Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
This is an All-Star 15 TV production. Hello everybody and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight is our Monday night special, the Extreme Forces Racing League. And we are getting really close to the end of the season. Matter of fact, it is the last race in the round of 12. Next week we start the round of 8, but we are here at Kansas Speedway. TJ, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? How's your Monday?
In typical Monday fashion, you know, I'm here, but already ready for Tuesday.
Well,
but not until we get an awesome show.
Well, we are going to get a great show. Kansas always brings the awesome, and with that, you could run any line here. Bottom, middle, top, if you really want to do the Larson line. A lot of times, and we've seen throughout this practice, drivers start at that inside, work to the middle, and by the end of the run, you're going to see like Dominic Hughes right there, all the way up to the top. Looking at about 35 laps on fuel, about 15 to 20 laps on tires before they turn into absolute garbaggio. But they're going to try to make it the whole fuel run. TJ, I know you and I have had some awesome battles when it comes to Kansas Speedway. What is so unique about this mile and a half in the middle of nowhere?
This track is just fast. Its speed is, I don't even know what to compare it to. The turns are wide, but they're banked just enough where I mean, I forget what car it was, but you could go near full throttle through the turns here. And one of the cars we used to race. it just produced really good racing because of it, because it was almost like a plate track.
Well, I think the first couple laps we are going to see full throttle racing, and then they're going to have to start backing up these turns, maybe tapping the brake to set the car. A lot of drivers we're going to see either tap it or just back up earlier and coast into the turn. But with 20 seconds left, TJ, you have playoff driver Josh Fox in first in practice. It doesn't really mean a lot, but then you got Jesse Adams. Matt Cochran in fourth. Brady Floyd in sixth. Michael Steele in fifth. Gary, what is up, my dude? Thanks for liking the stream. We have playoff drivers all throughout this top 25, and you have Matt Morale in 25th. He needs a really good night, and we're heading towards qualifying. No drafts, no nothing, just you, your car, and the track like we've done all season long. How important is a good qualifying position here? Because it looks like you might have to wait to get to the passing lanes when everything opens up.
I mean, we've seen all season the guys that start at the front of the field just have less to worry about. So if you can put yourself in that top 6, I'm gonna say, you're ahead of the Hornets' nest. You're ahead of the game. If you don't feel you can be in that top 6, it's almost like, well, what do you do then? Do you try to start at the rear and just be, avoid the chaos as it happens? Is there going to be chaos? We've seen chaos most races this year, so I would assume it's going to repeat. But then again, who knows? We've had other moments where they've been clean, so it's hard to gauge where you want to be. I know me. I want to be at the front at all times.
Yeah, keep all the nonsense behind you if you can. For myself, if I can't qualify, and I normally stink at qualifying, as I know Gary's watching, can attest to that, and probably will say so in said chat. But I really stink at qualifying. But when you get that green flag, that is your go time to make as many positions as possible before everything evens out and gets stretched out, as Travis Lepanis goes P1 with a 30.76. You see him on your screen there. So I think all the intensity is going to be up to the top, especially with it being the last race in the round of 12, and we're chopping 4 people off to head towards the round of 8. And Brady Floyd jumps to P1 on his second lap. Does Lepanis counter? He's going to get better, but he's going to stay in 4th as Lingerfeld is going to go P2. Austin Green with a really good run. Nick Fuller in the 14. Still running that Bills car. Not saying I'm shocked. Saying I'm kind of shocked, because last week it made sense being at Watkins Glen. Now I'm just starting to think he's a Bills fan.
Well, maybe he was trying to hope to put somebody through the table.
Does he improve? He does. He goes P6. Joshua Yandow sitting in 7th for the time being. Brandon Dunford, the number 19, he's going to... just jump up 1 position. Go to 10th. Jesse Adams coming to close out his qualifying run, heading towards the line.
Let me tell you, that's a shocker. That's shocking, Agent Dunford's being that far down.
Jesse Adams, P2, 30.59. Matt Morale out of turn 4 to the line, his first lap on the board. Puts him 13th. Thank you to everybody tuning in, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. Josh Fox goes 13th. Appreciate y'all being here. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And still looking at Josh Fox. He's going to close it out and go P1. 30.53. TJ Floyd.
Another big hitter out there right now, AJ. Matt Cochran coming around to complete, I do believe, lap 1.
Here he comes to the line. First lap. 17th best.
I don't know if Matt's kind of resigning himself to the rear here, or if it was really just a run to set up lap 2.
Well, we're going to find out. Paul Irving goes to P4 in the 51 branded car. Still watching Matt Cochran. Does he improve? Cutting the dog leg to the line.
Yeah, I'd say he improved.
P2. 0.01 off, and Daniel Park right at the same time goes P5. Wow.
Yeah, I would say lap 1 set up lap 2 there.
And no kidding. No kidding there, TJ. And as qualifying is over, Josh Fox is going to win the pole of the Wicked Witch 100 at Kansas Speedway. Matt Cochran going to start outside pole. Third, it's going to be Brady Floyd. Fourth, Jesse Adams. Fifth, it's Daniel Park. Paul Irving going to be in sixth. Kyle Lingerfelt seventh. Eighth, it's Austin Green. Ninth, it's the 61 of Frank Hughes. In 10th, it's Travis Lepanis. 11th, it's Nick Fuller. Joshua Yandow in 12th. Dominic Hughes in 13th. The 38 of Matt Morale in 14th. 15th, it's Justin Hughes. 16th is Brandon Dunford. Dylan Dunford is going to start in the 17th position. TJ Floyd, 18th. 19th, it's Michael Steele. Dean Qualley, or Jackson Qualley, is going to be in the 20th starting position. Chad Waller in 21st. The 2 of Joe Darnell in 22nd. That's a 2-2-2 Joe Darnell. Donnie Bartlett in the 23rd position. The 59 of Bobby Green in 24th. And shotgun on the field, Ryan Fry in the number 32 Toyota.
That's our in-race reporter, broadcast partner, and man, I am excited to see if he can improve that spot. I know he can. How much and how far?
Well, a good thing about him being that far back, TJ, guess what? He can only go forward.
What? Well, okay, fair.
Only forward.
I mean, he could end up in reverse, so let's hope so.
I mean, it's not like he's going to finish 26th.
True.
No way.
Let me back out real quick. I'll register for this race. If he wrecks on lap 1, I'm going to turn a lap and I'll put him P26.
That is 100% something you would do. All right, TJ, we've seen the end of practice. We've seen qualifying. Make your pick. Who you taking?
He is on a roll, and I think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go with that 4 card.
Matt Cochran, you're taking 4. That was my pick. Now I'm gonna.
Great minds think alike.
Well, I don't know if my mind is that great, but I appreciate the compliment. But now I have to pick somebody else.
To be fair, I was calling myself great. You were just kind of an add-on.
Well, you'll have that. Well, I think we're going to have a driver linger towards the front.
Oh, God.
I'm going to take the 65 of Kyle Lingerfelt. And speaking of Kyle Lingerfelt, got the 90, the 55, the 65. TJ, what kind of schemes are they wearing?
It appears as though they are Realtree or camo. Definitely camo, but I think Realtree camo, to be exact.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
What, 5, 6 of them? The 09, the 90.
I love Lingerfelt's car.
I think the 95 is usually with them, but I don't think.
Thank you, everybody, for hitting the like button on the stream, sharing the stream.
Hey, Scargon.
We are.
There's the
Green
flag
here at Kansas Speedway, the Wicked Witch 100. I'm going to say that with a B by the end of the night.
Winner gets Toto.
As we fly off into turn 1, we are already 3 wide behind the leaders.
Isn't it fitting a black and green car jumps to the lead in the Wicked Witch? If I don't even remember what you said now.
Wicked Witch 100.
100. Yeah, black and green out front. But not for long, I don't think. That 20 car, man on a mission.
Already up one position. That's Brady Floyd.
Oh, getting side drafted. Maybe about to get put 3 wide. Gonna hold the top. He should have the preferred line here. Big run gonna come out of the turn. Might even give him a shot at the leader. He's looking. There. Door.
Bumper.
Clear. The 51 follows.
Yeah, Paul Irving with a great 3 and 4 gets by Josh Fox. I don't know if the 90's
lifting, but he literally just bled 3 positions.
Well, maybe he's trying to save those tires for the long run. I know a lot of drivers, beat it into me when I'm on the track. Don't burn up those tires.
Don't cook the rubber.
A heck of a battle. Austin Green, Daniel Park in the 09 Realtree car on the inside. And you got Austin Green in his 15 Old Smoky Moonshine.
Here comes Lapinus on the top. Oh, Frank Hughes makes a daring move. Splitting the gap and getting between, I think it was the 14 and the 55. Or at least making sure it didn't remain 3 wide. The 51 is trying to find a line around the 20 who kind of blinks there. I think that's what I saw.
Yeah, Matt Cochran right now, those last 2 laps, the fastest driver on the racetrack. Looking to the inside of Brady Floyd.
Just sitting in the wake of the 51, getting pulled around this place. I mean, there are a ton of cars right here in this lead pack. Nobody has broke out yet.
They are
20, very methodical. Very methodical, going to run the top. Willing to concede the lead to the 51 to remain in his position. The 4 now jumps to the top as the 90 comes back on him. Maybe he's trying to get a good run here. Thinks maybe he's got too much heat in the tires early.
Noah Wilson in the chat goes, his money is on the Under Armour car. That 90 car is sexy. Well, that's Josh Fox. Would not put it past him whatsoever if he came out and won tonight.
Currently pinned to the bottom here as the 4 is going to have the preferred run off the turn. Going to clear him at the line. The 61, how far back does Frank Hughes come from? I feel like he was a little deeper into this field.
Frank Hughes was 9th. Started in the 9th position.
So he's moved. I mean, Paul Irving was 6th. He's kind of moved up. The 9th place cars moved up. We definitely have some guys. Michael Steele is from 19th to 12th already. The guys are coming. There's movers out there.
Dylan Dunford from 17th to 10th, if you didn't mention that one.
There are movers out there, but nothing like we've seen out of that 61 so far.
Matt Cochran going for P2.
Yeah, he's not going to have the preferred line. It's going to be real hard to pass Brady. You're going to have to kind of slide job him.
This is what I mean. Everybody's going to start moving towards the top portion of that racetrack. And
the 61 moving in on that battle for 3rd.
TJ, I really think the only time that inside lane is really going to work is on restarts for that first lap. After that, you have to move right up.
I think, AJ, you're going to start seeing dive bombs, slide jobs. When it comes down to the nitty-gritty later. It's early yet. These guys are smart. They know better. But when it comes down to payout window time, you're going to start seeing slide jobs. And boy, am I ready.
Still looking at this great battle. Frank Hughes. Ooh, lets the 90
I know,
go.
it's 5, 6, 7 cars under a blanket right here. Just behind the leaders.
Really close battling. Paul Irving, our leader, up 5 positions, has not been able to get away. You are under a second from 1st to 6th still.
Yeah, he's running the bottom, which is kind of unconventional when you're by yourself. It's working for him. He gets into the turn a little better, obviously, the 20 with a bigger runoff. But nobody can run away and hide yet as the whole that whole pack is still ready.
Checking out our All-Star
See?
15 drone cam right now.
The 15 wants to make a run back at him, or if he's content to run his line, he runs back to the bottom. 20 with a bigger run here, you're going to see that gap open down through. Just feel like the 90 trying to set up a pass here on the 4. He's definitely under him in there. I just don't know if he's going to be able to clear him. With those two racing, that gap opens up, but 4 does get back by the 90. That preferred outside lane. But look at the two of them battle for a second, and it brings this whole 4th, 5th, 6th group right back to them.
Yeah, the minute they get back in line, they start pulling away. But we're going to drop it all the way back to Matt Cochran because he's got a train of cars right behind him. Got Josh Fox, Frank Hughes, Austin Green, Daniel Park. Austin Green running that outside lane wall riding, and he's going to gain a spot because of it. Going to get by
The
Frank Hughes.
51 is under the 20, but not going to complete it. This is wild, AJ. There is battles everywhere right now. Double file for 6. Double file. Oh, and I think LePayne's just got in the wall in front of Michael Steele. He think they're not going to want to stay this way for longer. It's going to bring that whole pack right back to him.
Well, they tried battling about 5 or 6 laps ago. Didn't work, and you had Matt Cochran, Josh Fox, and Daniel Park breathing down their throats. They got in line, they kept going, and they put about a second on everybody.
But if they get dueling again, it's going to bring him right back, because it's already, you can see that.
TJ 3 wide coming out of turn 2. No, we're not going to have it, but we're still going to have 2.
Say, what, 5th on back, 6th on back. It is everybody fighting for everything. Oh, the 2, big moment. Gets loose, clips the wall. I think he's still going.
He's still going.
He had a big moment out of the turn.
Ooh!
Almost comes down and just absolutely annihilates the 65, saves it. The 65 kind of tail slaps it, I think, with netcode, and everybody drives away, but the 2 obviously with the worst
Well,
out of that.
car doesn't look wrecked. This side doesn't look too bad. Let's see if we can get a view of the other side. Oh, there is a little bit of damage on that right side, right by that front tire. Oh, Joshua Yandow in the wall coming out of 2.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. AJ, stop it.
And Joshua qualified
12th.
12th.
He
Good.
is dropped for sure.
Good for Josh.
I don't know if Chad Waller and the quality machine aren't running.
No, they are
Appear
not
that
running.
way. So Fry got 2 spots right there, but otherwise he's held par at the middle of the field. He was up in there. He was about like 21st, 20th, and he slipped back just a bit.
I think right around now they're going to be really fighting a really tight race car.
As Fry's in the fence. I click back to look at him. He hits the wall. I'm going away. Leaving him be.
Moving up to that 10th position, you have Travis Lepanis, Michael Steele, and TJ Floyd. 16th
So
of Lepanis on that inside is going to have TJ to his outside to get with the run towards the line. Excuse me.
The 20 and the 51 better not look now, but the guy that they blew by earlier on in the run here late is coming on.
Well, I'm not saying that we called it, but we definitely called it that I even thought the 90 of Josh Fox was saving his tires.
And if you want to even go further than that, I do believe his teammate now 4th, who's gotten by Matt Cochran, Daniel Park did the same thing, and he's working his way into this picture. We know those guys have been tire savers all year, that whole team. We've seen them win races that way.
Fry's roof number is upside down.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. It 100% is.
Well, you know, AJ, I've always wondered why that wasn't the way they put it. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's the way the numbers should be. The spotters can see it, the fans can see it, scoring can see it. I never understood the number being the other way.
Leave it to Mick in the Facebook chat to say something, as battle for the lead is brewing back up.
I do believe the 51 knows there are people knocking on the back door. I've got to go forward. I don't want to go backward.
Great move, and then a block on Brady Floyd.
Not to mention, they're not far from pit stops. 51, big run. Dives to the bottom. I don't think I was live.
You were not live. You threw me well off. I was like, what do you mean he's diving to the bottom?
I'm trying to figure out where I got behind. Yeah, he got him. I mean, I got to see the pass, so I know what you're talking about. Gotta love iRacing.
I do. I love broadcasting. Dylan Dunford trying to get by Matt Cochran as he's fallen back quite a bit from starting P2.
Yeah, I think Matt just ate the tires.
And he needs to have a really good night in that 4-car. He is currently in a cutoff point as I'm putting up the points graphic on your screen.
He at minimum needs to be ahead of the 15. They came into the race tied, and oh no, that's Matt Morneau who tied with him. Matt was a bit back from them.
He needs to be ahead of TJ Floyd, definitely, Michael Steele, Austin Green, and for better or worse, Travis Lapenas as well.
He only needs to pick up 2 spots to make it in, but he definitely isn't going to do it going backward.
No, sir. No, he will not. But that
Especially
is
when
how
one of the guys he needs to catch is right in front of him.
But that's how the points sit before the race tonight.
I tell you, the one who's in real big danger, though, is that 38 running 18th right now.
Matt
Not
Morale.
good for him. Not good for him.
No, it is not. Hopefully he can come back and finish where he's finished the last couple weeks, where he started the race not well, but as it progressed, he got better and better and better. But still, with such a hole going into this round, he's really got to bounce back.
Him and the last Hughes machine remaining way back there right now behind the 8 ball.
Well, there's Matt Cochran, TJ Floyd, and Michael Steele. Michael Steele in right now, but needs to keep moving forward to make sure nobody can jump him over.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys you were just talking about, AJ, TJ Floyd right with Matt Cochran, Michael Steele right with Matt Cochran, Travis Lapenas, who was up in the top 5 at one point, has slipped back all the way to 13th. He's in real danger. The Dunfords, I think, have done enough, at least for, the moment. I think they're okay. Obviously, they still wouldn't want to be that far back. I mean, they had near 20 points to give tonight. Josh Fox kind of in the same boat. Brady Floyd kind of in the same boat. Obviously, those 2 are out front, so they really don't have to worry about it. Devin Smith, that was the one I thought. That name, for some reason, popped into my head. The 95 is not even
3
here.
wide.
The 95 is not here.
Oh,
that is
boy.
your number 5 point man, not racing.
And that might bounce him out.
Most certainly. He was only 12 points above the cut.
No, he was 6 points.
Was it 6?
6 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just
Unless
I
I
mean-
have the wrong...
No, you got what I'm looking at. I would just go ahead and
I do have the
slot
wrong
him
one.
right now out of here. Sure.
Yep. Give me a second, everybody. I'm gonna get this figured out.
Say, I got 30-49 with the cutoff being 30-37. Either way. Are we at commercial?
Nope, we are not at
Good.
commercial.
Good. 'Cause we got a battle.
We do have a battle.
Not for the lead, but for second.
I'm still looking at the train right behind Matt Cochran.
I'm waiting to see these leaders and see which one dives first. It's gonna be right here. We know our pre-race information gatherer that it's right here should be the first stop. He said 34 laps. We're on 34.
Yeah, well, we've been plus or minus a couple here and there. And thanks, Mick. I realized that once I realized what the totals were. It was right at the beginning of the show, but here it was not. You'll have that.
I do believe at 20. I think the 20 just came across the radio. Watch for pit lane to get active. 94 clawing it in. 51 no call, but he's in the 20. Real hot. Got it slowed up.
Oh, he's still locked up. Oh, and Dunford. The 94, I thought he was going to pit, but slides right past it.
He wanted to. The 16 got to take evasive to miss him. Now we've got call for Donnie Bartlett. He wants to come in. Looks like the 03 had already pitted. 5, that's one of your point men, Michael Steele. He's coming in. I am watching the 51 and the 20 in the battle off pit road here. They're both down and away. These are going to be the leaders when it cycles out, I do believe. Both of them get away pretty good. The 51 exiting way better than the 20 right now.
Josh Fox, your leader in the number 90 Chevy Camaro Under Armour. Coming the pit road here.
About 5 car lengths separate the 51 and the 20 now as they're
Here
going to
comes Daniel
get
Park
back
as
up
well.
to speed.
Kyle Lingerfeld going to take over the lead, followed by Jesse Adams.
I don't know how long these guys want to stretch it, how long they can stretch it. There must be something here they're seeing with the numbers. I would think a race like this, 30, they went 35.
TJ, they have to come soon because you will lose about, here they come now, 2 seconds a lap to fresh tires.
Well, this is further than I would have expected, period. But, I mean, maybe they're trying to... You really can't gain a pit stop. I mean, as long as you win, 34, 33-ish laps. Most of these guys went more than that, went 35. I mean, 35, 35, 70, 30 laps. That's a top race. A little curious as to why they waited so long.
There's Paul Irving in the 51, followed by Brady Floyd coming around to take their positions back. P1,
Yeah,
P2.
there they go. And
Whether it is on YouTube or on Facebook. If you want to help out the channel, hit that like button, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook. But if you really, and I mean really want to help out the channel, we have a store in the descriptions. Check it out. There's a lot of t-shirts. There's also some Nerds Doing Nerd Things merch. Everything comes back into the channel and will help us out. And plus, you get to get some nice, cool shit.
yeah, I mean, merch is awesome. The merch looks great. I've seen it. I want to order some. I just haven't yet, but I'm looking all over them. There's hats, cups, mugs for you and your assorted multimedia partners.
Nick Fuller with the fastest lap. Yeah, dude, I bought 3 shirts, an All-Star 15 shirt, a All-Star 15 TV Hutch Sport Racing t-shirt, and then a Nerds Do a Nerd Thing shirt. And two of them are Gideon quality, very nice. The other one is a tri-blend Bella and Canvas, and actually I'm wearing it right now. It is really nice.
Now, AJ, I get to ask this because it's unique for me to begin with you. Did you ever in your lifetime think you'd be able to say, I have merch I can sell?
No, not at all. I never thought I'd be a content creator.
I mean, here we are, you know, every Monday night out here calling these races, and you've got merch that you can sell for it. That's just gotta, to me, that's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm just a part of it at all, you know?
I gotta thank the people that have already bought stuff. You know, Joe Hutchings, Gary Wells, Karsten Gregory, Peyton Sweet, Carly Hammer. I am missing
keep eyeballing one of those hats. I keep eyeballing those hats.
Rob Niedermeyer. Rob went to New Egypt in New Jersey, and somebody actually recognized the channel.
Really?
Yes.
That's wild. That's wild.
So everybody, while you're watching this great racing every Monday night and soon to possibly, hopefully, be Thursday night racing, not with Extreme Forces, go get some merch. That was my shameless plug of the night, as we are currently watching Nick Fuller try to get by Frank Hughes.
I don't think it needs to be shameless, AJ. You've done really well putting yourself together. I'm just really proud to be a part of it and say I can be your broadcast partner. It is well deserved.
Oh, thanks. Just imagine, we've barely been around All-Star 15 TV maybe a year.
Don't worry, I'll deflate your head a bit. Well, we have been through a cycle of pit stops. We've seen what we've seen. I've seen enough to say I want some chaos. Come on.
You want some chaos, and you want to know
I need a referee to throw a little flag out. Let's go.
TJ, you want to know what I want? We're almost halfway through this race. Why don't we crank it up?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the Crank It Up.
We need to chaos it up.
We need a chaos. I don't know about that.
As much as race control don't want to hear. Oh, we almost got it. The 65 loose. Almost gets cleaned out. Come on, boys. Chaos. Woohoo! I was watching it. I wanted it. Oh, that was a big moment, AJ. If you can find it, it was definitely worth seeing. The 65 near sideways almost get cleaned out by the 16 trying to not hit him.
Oh, well. Had the 65, but that was still lap 17. Let's see. There it is. Woo!
Oh, yeah, that was a wild ride.
Good thing there was enough track for the 16 to get to the apron and then right back up.
Sounds like the leader might have clipped the wall just...
Oh, we're going to take a look at his car. It looks fine.
Well, he seems to think it jumped out an extra 3 feet the last lap is what he was reporting. As the 20 is all over his back bumper. In fact, looking, door. Not clear.
Not yet,
Almost
at
looks
least.
like the 20 had to lift. That was strange. It really looked to me like the 20 had to lift. I mean, look at the ground he's lost. He had to have lifted. You even lift, bro?
I tried to.
I mean, he was there looking to go under and maybe go for a pass, and now he's 8 car lengths behind him. That was weird.
Gonna drop back a little further to the 8th position. Holy cow. Michael Steele, TJ Floyd, Brandon Dunford, and Daniel Park all under a blanket.
Chaos.
Is Michael Steele gonna get a little too close to the wall? No.
Chaos. Chaos. Come on, we need one of them yellow things.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. I want chaos.
Because cautions breed cautions.
Cautions breeding cautions makes for good content, AJ.
Not if you're a CCRL race with having 14 of those at Daytona.
I think that was that was an NUS race.
Nope, that was CCRL.
I know what you meant. No, because he was broadcasting.
Oh, was he?
That was on the Big Poppy Sports Network.
Oh, that's right.
We missed Buffalo Ice dancing that night.
Nobody having a clue what the heck we're talking about.
If anybody watching wants to know, email me, DM me, shoot me something. I can send you the video. That night was very special and near to my heart. The race started on my birthday. It ended on the next day because that's how late it went. But at the end of the night, after 14 green-white checkers at Daytona, I was a winner. And it will never be forgotten by a lot of people.
Hey, TJ, Mick is asking
field.
if you're going to be doing some jumpy trucks on Thursday again.
Let me tell you, we went jumpy truck racing last week. I can't drive them things to save my life, but man, was that fun. There was a moment there I was like, oh, that's the sky, that's the ground, and I didn't flip.
Side by side. Michael Steele, TJ Floyd. Ah, dude. This is why I enjoy Monday nights. I mean, the racing's great, too.
Oh, well, our RFM team is about to have the bubble burst as the chances of Chaos saving one, giving him a lucky dog, just went out the window. The other one still in position as the 2 crowds the 20. Lap traffic being a problem for second place. As long as it's not my driver. You know, I do have to say that's a little sus in my opinion. That 2 car is teammates with that 51. Just see some team orders, maybe?
I don't know what team orders. The 51's not a playoff driver.
I mean, still, though, a win's a win. You help your teammate out. I mean, Clint Boyer, you know, his arm itched.
That is also true.
Oh, the 49 and the 5 are talking about contact.
Well, the 49 currently battling with the 19. Let's see if we can go back and find that out.
I'm going to say, something must have happened. Michael Steele a ways behind.
see if we have
I
anything
tell
here.
you, this point situation
Ooh,
at the
5
end of
hard
the
in
night,
the wall.
this point situation at the end of the night is going to be wild. Because there are guys all over, up and down in here, that need to be having runs better than they're having to secure themselves.
TJ, Michael
and it's gonna be
Steele
nuts.
with a lot of damage on that right rear.
Oh yeah, and he a driver that can ill afford it. I mean, he is headed backward and at a time when he cannot afford to be going backward. Nowhere near close to locked in. One of the guys he was racing against directly to maintain his position there, and TJ Floyd is now a good bit ahead of him. Matt Cochran just got around him.
Yeah.
The 38 car, I'm sure soon will get to him with the amount of damage he has. If I am him, honestly, knowing I can go 34 laps, I'm getting to 66 and bringing that thing in.
I don't know about
getting-
I know we haven't had a yellow yet, but getting closer to the end of these races, I would assume we're at least going to get one. I don't know, because then you don't allot yourself to have any fuel for a green-white checkered.
Yeah, but I mean, right now, is he going to bleed more positions running out there with damage? At least come in and get something fixed on it. At least get fresh rubber on it, you know what I mean? I mean, if he falls back into the clutches of the 38 back in 18th, he essentially is going to be eliminated. I mean, it's bad.
Well, sitting
Some of these
right
guys
now,
going to benefit tonight from the fact that it's a smaller field than we've seen.
he's in 11th right now.
Right, and I mean, Lepanus, one that needs a good run, is right behind him, about to catch it. Lepanus was tied with him, ahead of him, I'm assuming, by whatever tiebreaker these guys use. He goes by him. Michael Steele now drops, potentially out. We know TJ Floyd's ahead of them. We know Matt Cochran's ahead of them. There is the one Devin Smith machine that they don't have to worry about.
I think TJ Floyd just got into the wall. Coming out of
I
2.
do too.
Oh, he did? Oh! Wow! See if we could see that again. Oh, Dominic Hughes just went off track as well. The 83 hard into the wall. Oh, he's spinning through the grass. And he's going the right way again.
Darn it! Stay on the track when you spin. I need a yellow.
TJ, stop.
Come on! About AJ, it's that time of the race. All of a sudden, multiple issues over multiple positions of the track.
And we are really spread apart, too. See if we could pull up the track map right on your screen. That's where everybody's sitting on the racetrack. Brady Floyd, pit road. Dominic Hughes, pit road.
We're in the window. It's early in the window, but we're in the window. Knowing most of these guys went 34-ish, I would have expected, another 34-ish. But, Brady's taking a chance here to come in early, have that rubber early, build a lead.
And that's going to bring Paul Irving down. Josh Fox going to stay out.
You just can't afford, to go out. Paul cannot afford to give Brady multiple laps on fresh tires. Which, this, honestly, if there's a yellow through here somehow, is going to help a lot of people.
Josh Fox is going to take over the lead. Nick Fuller is going to take over second. Austin Green third. Brandon Dunford fourth. And Daniel Park fifth.
2:38 now, I believe, calling it. The 90 still running strong. I would expect we're going to see everybody here before lap 71, 72. But that 90 is still on cruise control, so maybe not.
I also wouldn't be surprised if we see somebody we haven't seen an incident at all, and TJ, I know you're going to like this. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tries to get too aggressive and overcooks the tires and wrecks a bunch of people down pit road.
That is possible.
How many times have we seen it?
Question is, does it bring out a yellow?
Fuller on pit road, Brandon Dunford on pit road, Daniel Park, and then Dylan Dunford now on pit road.
90 is called for his pit window. Box, box, box for the 90.
Box, box. Box, box.
Fox box it is. Here he comes. Lapine is calling it now. 7th. 49 from 6th calling for it.
I know it's 13 minutes ago, but thank you, Drew Trader, for subscribing to the All-Star 15 TV YouTube page.
When this cycles out, AJ, that one lap earlier has given Brady Floyd the lead, as Brady Floyd is throwing a huge block on Paul. Paul Irving, they're going to touch. This is going to be problems. They are beating and banging over here.
Big gap now because of it.
The 51 all but turned the 20 with a very defensive drive there. Wild here with many laps to go. I didn't expect the chaos to potentially come from the leaders.
I mean...
But this early? These boys are at the payout window. There's still 30 to go.
Last pit stop, TJ. You let him go away. You let the wind go away.
I don't even think Paul was really looking to dig that hard on him there. And then I hope cooler heads have prevailed. I know the 51's not done. He's going to come back at him.
51 is closing hard, but he's going to burn up those Goodyear Eagles, and then it's going to be Brady Floyd.
Well, he might be on the mission of... I've got these good freshies now. I'm going to come get you, and I'm going to make sure yours aren't fresh when I'm done with you.
No.
Because those two were all over each other.
He's there again.
I mean, that was essentially a fist fight on the racetrack with cars doing 180 miles an hour. As JR would say, that was a slop.
Gonna have a really good run down the backstretch. Floyd's not gonna fight him this time.
He can't after that last go. The 51 gonna run him wide! Fenced him! He fenced him!
We gotta go back and look at that.
That is gonna be all she wrote for the 20. Fresh rubber or not, it's donezo. Wow. Wow.
Talk about drivers have at it, TJ.
That was have at it and then some. I mean, I know what happened prior wasn't great, but that might have been taking it too far. Oh, we got trouble brewing between the 49 and the 4. 3 wide, Lapinus, Cochran splits Floyd. The Floyds are getting used up right now.
Looked like TJ didn't stay on pit road very long, repair any of that damage. I know we're under green, so time is money. TJ, you still got me?
Oh yeah, pal.
You got quiet there. I got nervous.
No, I just was real enthralled with this battle right now. 11th, 12th, and 13th. Those are all points drivers. That and race control was chatting, and I was trying to listen in.
Oh, okay. Anything we should worry about?
No. I think Mike Goober of a driver is going to go serve a past him. And I think he was pleading with race control to help him out, and they said no.
Uh-oh.
I do believe the radar gun is not Josh Ando's friend.
Wow, is he under race speed?
I think it was in the pits.
Was he going that slow where iRacing's told him to park it?
I don't think that's a thing, is it?
I have no clue.
Does iRacing have a "you're a pathetic park it"?
I don't know. I have no clue. Looking at this 7th place battle as Austin Green's going to clip the apron. That's going to allow the 09 Dino Park to have a good run coming down towards the line. TJ, we already have 22 laps to go, dude.
I want a yellow more than ever because I want to see another round of the 51 in the... Not to mention, we've got almost the top 15, the only remaining cars in the lap.
Top 16.
Well, I don't anticipate them being there for long.
Ooh, wow, you can see Donnie Bartlett right behind the leader getting really loose coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, the leader now who can see our other team car, Ryan Fry, the 03 of Justin Hughes and his...
Oh! Dylan Dunford smacks the wall coming out of 2.
Oh, boy.
Big cloud
Kind
of
of
smoke.
surprising from the Dunford and Dunford law firm this evening, running a very quiet 6th and 9th.
I think they're just looking to get out of this round. You had Watkins.
Well, if it ends now, they've done it. They've done it, and they've done it solidly.
You had Watkins Glen last week, tonight Kansas. But if you think we're going to get any easier, our next 2 tracks next week, we have Darlington. And the following week, we have New Hampshire. So 2 racetracks that are very difficult. And believe me, I am aware New Hampshire is a very difficult racetrack.
AJ, if I'm doing a quick little math journey here, and we all know I'm not a mathematician, but I'm okay at it. Obviously, we're going to slot the 95 right down there in the eliminated category. The 38 and the 03 probably joining him. That last transfer spot, oh my, they're all under a blanket.
Well, the 38 and the 49 definitely down there. Justin Hughes.
Right with the 38 and the 49. Literally, the 3 of them are together.
So we're really all we're worried about is Matt Cochran right now, and he's behind Austin Green. He's in front of Michael Steele.
In front of Travis Lapenis.
But
I honestly don't even know if we're that worried. I mean, you go look at that points. We know the 95's not here. Bump him down.
Well, yeah,
That,
that might save Matt Cochran.
The 95 not being here should put Matt through.
But he's 8 points behind Matt Morale in the 38. 8 points. And right now, in 10th to 17th, that's only 7 points, TJ.
That's what I mean. He's got a dig. He's obviously got Dylan Dunford right in front of him. Daniel Parka will not be catchable, and Kyle Lingerfeld is looking to put him back. This is going to be real interesting over these last... I mean, this is the battle to watch. The last 15 here.
Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel.
Oh, right
Final
on Dylan Dunford's
16 laps here at Kansas Speedway for the Wicked Witch 100. Stay tuned to After the Checkered Flag. We're going to talk to our podium finishers.
Close the door. Slide job. The 65 with a run. Every position matters right now.
That 94 with some right front damage.
Michael Steele is just dropping right now. This could be potentially killing for his hopes. I mean, he's got a lot of help right now. The guys that he needs ahead of are still behind him, but he is dropping like a rock.
TJ, all I heard right there was what?
Michael Steele is dropping like a rock at the wrong time.
Yeah, he's back to 14th position. He didn't qualify well either. Qualified 19th.
No, but we know he got up front, and then he had trouble. He's got people he needs to be behind him, still behind him, but they're about to go by him. And granted, he needs to kind of go more behind that, but still not great.
Yeah, we're really looking for Matt Cochran right now. He's going to need, just to be safe, a couple more positions, as Matt Morale is going to get passed by Bobby Green, putting him to 18th position.
And at the same time, Kyle Lingerfelt works his way around Matt. So does the points hold par? The other thing we don't know is they do award points for clean races. Has Matt had a clean race? We don't know.
It should tell you, TJ. Pick up entries and see if he's had any incidents.
I mean, all of mine say none, and I know that not to. I click entries, it says no one has an incident, and I know dang well the 20's been in the fence, 51 put him there, the 2's been in the wall.
I was looking to see if my overlay had something for it.
I do believe the 30 car went ahead and parked it, by the by.
Yeah, like 15 laps
He
ago.
wasn't feeling good. He was not feeling well.
Brady Floyd. Oh, it's going to get turned. That's going to be our first
There
yellow.
it is! Oh, and the 59! And now another one, the 38 involved!
ARCA braking at its finest.
Oh my.
Oh, the 59. The 38 with heavy front end damage.
This.
The 59 of Bobby Green. I didn't see that one coming.
I am.
Well, we're going to go back with Matt Morale because he was coming from the furthest back.
This has changed everything.
There it is. Hold on. I thought this was coming out of 4. Oh. He wasn't on the brakes slowing up until it was already too late. God. Oh, and you can hear that 38 car. It is not happy right now. Well, TJ, you got your first yellow. Happens to be with less than 10 laps to go.
I mean, that is definitely not what the 51 wanted to see.
Not what the 38 wanted to see. Not what the 59 wanted to see.
Well, I don't think the 59 really cared too much. He certainly didn't want to see a car directly in front of him.
Oh, look, a car appeared. But Nick Fuller staying out. Austin Green staying out. Paul Irving, Josh Fox, Brandon... no, I lied. It was just Nick Fuller and Austin Green staying out. Holy crud, TJ.
That was wild. That was absolutely wild.
And Austin Green's just going to come down pit road.
I mean, this potentially, this is a season changer right here for Matt Cochran.
Well, he's in 11th right now.
And he's going to come get fresh tires.
He already did.
Well, I think I'm behind a little.
Well, hit the live button, stupid.
Well, I am, but it was under yellow. I wasn't too worried about getting caught up yet. He's going to come get tires. That should help him. The 38, one of the ones he was directly against now with
he's
a bunch
done.
Of damage.
He's if Fry stays on the racetrack,
The 38's rolling.
Ooh. How much
don't
damage
know.
does that 38? Oh, God.
The nose looks like it's been punched in. I mean, he knows what he needs to be doing. He can't afford to bleed laps here. The one thing he has on his side is time and not a lot to lose.
Well, here's the thing. You have Brady still moving. TJ Floyd, the car is off. So looks like he might be out of the race. So he'll bump up another position there. Joe Darnell going to bump up another position there. Oh, Joe's moving. So he's going to get to at least 17.
Probably repairing damage. 49 down and away. These guys are all just trying to get as much damage repaired because they know they can ill afford to go backward.
Well, lights are off on the iRacing pace car. TJ, I don't think we're done. Michael Steele still on pit road.
The 14, did he win the battle off pit road?
He did not pit.
Oh,
He last pit on 69.
this is
So he's
gonna
gonna
be wild.
He's gonna be good for fuel to the end. But those Goodyear Eagle tires are screaming right now. Alright, before this race is over, everybody, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week for the race at Darlington.
Tighten those belts up tight, AJ. One more time. We are getting ready to go.
The thing is, I don't think it'll be one more time. What did they always used to say? Cautions breed cautions?
Oh, cautions breed cautions, absolutely. And you know, there are seasons on the line right here.
Green flag back in the air. at
Weird
Kansas
restart.
Speedway.
Didn't look like everybody was really where they should have been. The 51 getting a huge push. The 14 throws the block. The 51 forces his way to the bottom.
Oh,
Now
boy.
they're looking 3 wide. The 19 putting it there, looking 3 wide into the turn. Hard, aggressive racing late here. Every position matters for some of these guys. The 4 car, 3 wide down below the 16.
Kyle Winger felt right in front of him.
I think Matt content to follow him for the moment. He knows, though, he can ill afford to give up any spots. He needs to get everyone he can. There's another one in the 14 that kind of upsets the 94. He's going to now try to look the 4 to get below the 65 and maybe pick up another one. Shoots it in there. Cannot do the slide job yet.
A little squirrely coming out of turn 4. That looked like
Gonna get
all
another
air
run
right
out of
there.
here. The battle for the lead is what it is. Right now they're holding steady. They've got a couple laps to decide it. This battle here
Boom.
for points.
Matt's gonna get eaten up. He popped the
The
apron.
94 gives him a push. I don't know if he wanted to, but he did. The 61, it's the 03. Those are teammates. The 61 might have just taken the 03 out of the playoffs. This is wild. This is what we wanted. Chaos to breed chaos. The front guys are just holding par, but I know that 90's not done. He's just waiting.
I mean, we're looking at this because this is huge playoff implications.
The moment the 90 gets racy, it's where we need to go, but he's not there yet. He's looking.
Dual popsicle
Looking, but
sticks
not
up in
going.
the air.
I think the 4 right now is safe. Looking back through, the 38 he's 18th. It's where he is. He can't lose. He can't gain. Michael Steele, this definitely has helped him. Lapinus is doing great with what he's got.
Well,
I
TJ, we
think the
are
points
coming
guys are where
to
they're at.
the wrestling over everything white flag.
The 90 out of the outside. This is the challenge. Can he get the big run off and get a run at him down the straightaway? Kind of following him down the 51, trying to break his draft. One more shot at him. I don't think he's got enough to get there.
Neither do I. I think it's all going to be Paul Irving with a dominating race. Paul Irving is going to win at Kansas Speedway.
Oh, no!
What?
The 16. The 16 coming out of 4, AJ. He gets pinched and ends up turned.
Doesn't end up turned, but he'll end up finishing 13th.
Loses a handful of spots. That gotta be crazy.
Paul Irving, your race winner at Kansas Speedway for the Wicked Witch 100. I think Matt Cochran might have done it, TJ. Up to 5th place.
I think so.
We need Mick to confirm for us on who are the people getting eliminated, if he wouldn't mind. Might take a little while. But TJ, why don't we get to what you do so well? See if we could find our TJ. Here's our race winner, Paul Irving.
Get the fuck off me.
51 driver, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Sir, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the hard question first. What happened with you in the 20?
Well, he threw kind of a late block there down the backstretch, and didn't right appreciate it. And so I ran him into turn 3 kind of hard, and he held it. So I mean, wasn't trying to wreck him. Proud of him holding it, but I wasn't able to push him out enough to get by him. So I chased him back down and ran the middle line. I mean, he wanted to turn down on me, ruined his own race, tried to blame it on me. I mean, that's on him. I ran my line, figured he would try to pinch me down low, and I mean, that's all I got.
Well, now that the hard question's out of the way, what a run! That was just wild. I mean, you were at the front of this race the whole night, obviously. From you got there and never gave it back. I mean, that was kind of dominating to watch. We knew when he pit the lap ahead of you that it was going to be big for you to follow him down. Was that early for your strategy, or was that kind of right where you wanted to be?
No, that was about a lap earlier than I wanted, but he didn't call it. But I looked on the relative, saw he was dropping, figured, all right, he came down pit road, and yeah, he definitely forced my hand. But glad I was able to get ahead of him, and yeah, that's all she wrote.
We weren't sure if that night he was going to have enough to get after you, and I think he was trying to and just didn't have enough. But you, sir, put on a dominating performance. We love to see it. That car is beautiful, and I'm glad that it was as good of a race as it was, and I'm glad to see someone that deserves a win get one.
Yeah, appreciate it. Glad it was a good race. I definitely had the broadcast on listening. Heard somebody kept asking for a caution, and just the whole time I'm like, no, completely dominant, but a top 2 car. And then once I was able to get ahead of him there after that second pit stop, I'm like, all right, I got this. If it goes green, I got this, no problem. So you keep on asking for a caution, and it finally coming out there. I'm like, why? The broadcaster's curse may have been about 70 laps late, but why?
Well, we like drama, and then this race was full of it, but you still had the car to get it done, and we are happy to say you did, and you earned it. You worked for it. You worked for it to get out by like 6 seconds, but you certainly worked to stay there at the end.
Yeah, it was definitely harder work there the last 5 to 10 laps after that restart with Josh. I knew if Josh was behind me, he definitely had a shot at it. because he was chasing me down. Granted, he had a couple laps fresher tires, but I knew that I was going to have to hit every mark perfect on that restart, and was able to get by Fuller there, who stayed out, and just thankful that we were able to get the win.
Oh yeah, I thought you were in trouble when Fuller threw the block into one until
Ah,
you got underneath him. But when he threw that block, I'm like, that's not good. That's not good.
Well, his two choices were I was going to move him a little bit out of the way, or he could slide out of the way, and luckily for both of us, he slid up out of the way. So
Yeah.
I understand the call, so I don't fault him for that. Um, but I appreciate him not, you know, blocking the whole entire corner and parking it and ruining any shot I had. So yeah, shout out to him for that.
Well done tonight. We hope to continue to see that out of you as the season gets through the closing races and into next season if you're here. And hopefully we get to talk to you again.
That's definitely the plan every week. It's plan to come up here, talk to you guys. Hopefully with a win. I mean, sometimes top three is all that she's got, but definitely enjoy talking to you guys. Before I head out here, though, shout out to the team. Obviously, Darnell Racing. Um,
I think Matt might have got through on point. It's going to be tight, but
we
he's very close.
we were talking about it all night. I mean, obviously, I couldn't control anything about that.
Right.
Just hoping that he could race his way in. Heard some other playoff drivers were having some issues. I'm like, just keep it easy, keep it clean, and glad they was able to seems like race his way in.
We await the final results, but a 5th place finish for your teammate there, I think, is going to do him wonders. But
Uh,
hopefully we get to talk to you again, and we'll catch you next week. Hopefully.
yep. I should be here next week. Absolutely.
All right, Paul,
Darlington, tough place.
We'll see you at Darlington, my friend.
All right. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.
See you later, pal.
Thank you.
All right, TJ. P2, let's talk to Josh Fox. Take it away, pal.
Josh Fox, you got a copy?
10-4.
Did you need another lap, or what? Did you have anything for that man?
Honestly, I think I might have needed less laps because I think I waited too long for the move. I was trying to set it up, and I just set it up too late. I should have made the move with 2 to go, I feel like.
We were wondering. I mean, you had the black and green car, the Wicked Witch 100. We're like, is he gonna make it happen?
Oh, I was trying like hell to do it. It's just so hard to pass here if he blocks that top lane.
Yeah, so much speed at this place. I mean, it's wild, and we
definitely a fun track though. One of my favorites.
Oh yeah, I mean the racing was great all night. It took forever for you guys to finally get strung out, and up until then, you had like the top 10 were all almost under a blanket. So
yeah, I mean, yeah.
The yellow kind of tightened everything back up at the right time. We got to see fun racing, and you almost got there. When you went to the outside, I'm like, oh, he's got a chance if he can hold that line. And that 51 just had some wicked.
Yeah.
And managed to stay just enough ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm punching myself because, like I said, I should have made the move sooner. But I didn't want to make the move and then him have the opportunity to get me back. But I knew it had to be done on the outside. There was no way I was going to get him on the bottom. It's just so hard to pass down there. And that last lap there, I kind of, when I entered that corner, I hit like a bump that sent me up a little bit higher than I wanted to be. So it kind of slowed my run down, and I just tried to keep my foot in it, and it just didn't happen tonight. But it was good, clean racing.
Well, we love the look of the car. That thing was just sexy. I think somebody even on the broadcast said they loved the look at that thing. So you had fans out there in the broadcast world.
Yeah, I definitely like the colors of it. It definitely stood out, especially at a night race like this one tonight.
And hopefully we get to talk to you next week at Darlington. I won't lie, if anybody in this field, it is your team. I'm looking forward to seeing the paint schemes next.
I don't even know what we're running next week. We're so lost right now.
Well, you're at Darlington, so pick an era.
I mean, the thing is, AJ, they've done throwbacks all year, so almost like they should run normal.
Devin's got a whole list of it, all our paint schemes that we're supposed to be running, but we don't listen.
Speaking of Devin, where was he tonight?
He had to work late tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That might have killed. I think that killed him in the points.
I think that ended his run there.
Oh, that's so tough.
Super unfortunate.
I mean, if he's working, he's going to get last place points, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him. That's so
yeah.
unfortunate. We were missing the final camo card of the brigade.
I still don't know what next week is. I want to say it might be Kurt Busch. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Ooh.
Don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that's
You had
coming up.
my interest. Now you have my attention. But well, we await to see and cannot wait to get to Darlington.
Yeah, I definitely can wait to be there. But
I know that feeling.
definitely
I
put
know
in
that feeling.
practice this week.
All right, Josh. Well,
Well.
great run tonight to finish second. We'll see you at Darlington next week, pal.
Thank you. Shout out to all my teammates, DEI out there, and shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast and Dean for running the show.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk to. Oop, I almost moved Ryan. He left before I could hit it. Brandon Dunford, TJ, take it away.
Mr. Dunford, do you have a copy?
I sure do, buddy.
What? I swear it is week in and week out. I'm like, oh yeah, Dunford, he'll be up here. And then it was looking like tonight, he's like sixth. Quiet night for him. And here we are at the finish. I'm talking to you. How did you get it done?
Dude, let me just start off by saying, man, I had a ton of fun racing against everybody tonight. But man, I have to say this track is probably a little bit of my kryptonite, man. It's a weakness that I have, and I don't understand why. But this is just one of those tracks, man. I just cannot run really well, but end up finishing really well. So I'll take it where I can get it. But yeah, man, we just had a bad, qualifying lap, and I knew that I was going to have to make it up throughout the race, and got kind of stuck in behind some people right there in the beginning, and then it was at that point just kind of riding around just to maybe see if a caution was going to come out or what to get us caught back up. And then at that point it has to become a pit strategy. Okay, who do I need to leapfrog to try to gain some positions and this and that. But it seemed like the later the night got, it's just like the car came a little bit around a little bit better and a little bit better, and here I am again talking to you fine gentlemen.
Oh,
I mean, I remember at one point tonight I said to AJ, I said, I don't know if we're going to talk to a Dunford tonight. And they're like quiet 6th and 9th for them. And then I look here at the finishing order, and there you are, 3rd. And I'm just like, he does it every week. He makes a fool out of me.
Yeah, I mean, sitting back there in 19th, there was a lot of things going through my mind. Just, like I said, just, man, not one of these. I mean, me and Dylan, we've been talking. It's like, you really can't afford any mess ups this late in the season. You got to execute, and I've told y'all this before. It's execution. And I knew with that bad, qualifying run, I knew I had a lot to make up. And that's why I say you just cannot give up, and then you just got to continue to execute, and that's what we did tonight, and it pays off, man. I was working with Nicholas Fuller there at the end too, and I was trying to get him to hold that bottom so I could have been the first one you talked to tonight and popping the champagne. But man, shout out to Paul and Josh and Kyle and all them guys, man. They just run you so clean. I told Josh while we were waiting in the interview booth that I just love racing with him. He's such a clean driver. He's so competitive, and you're going to have a good race when you're around him, as Paul as well. But I also had to tell Fox, man, go tell Lingerfeld that sorry for throwing that big block there and coming out of 4. But, man, it's white flag. You kind of got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't say I'm surprised to be talking to you. I wasn't sure I was going to get to.
I mean, with the first 50 laps, I wasn't thinking we were going to.
No.
Well, there's one good thing that can always come of this. It is always good to disappoint somebody for the best. when
That's
you come
right.
out on the good end of disappointing somebody like that, it's always good. So if I'm up here with you talking to you guys and y'all guys didn't quite think you were going to talk to Dunford, well, surprise, here I am.
And I mean, you guys obviously had both of you had a huge point advantage. didn't really have to worry too much. I mean, especially with it felt like a small field what we've
Yeah,
had in
and
weeks past.
yeah, and I like I said, man, it's just coming down to execution. You just cannot afford to have a bad race, you know. And back in Nashville, when I got trapped a lap down, and it just didn't go for me on that night, that kind of hurt us. But because we're so far in points, we were able to, still be able to be right there in contention. So you just can't have, a string of those races. So coming into Darlington and New Hampshire, they're question marks as well. I mean, Chicagoland is as well when you get down to it. Um, so it's just one of those things, man. You're just gonna grind it out, not give
Stole
up,
my
and
question.
yeah, just try to.
I was going to ask you about those, and you already answered. Man
Yeah,
stole
it's
my
one.
question.
Yeah, it's well. Sorry about that,
We
but
could throw out the
yeah,
cue
it's
card.
yeah, yeah. Those are two tracks that I'm unsure about. I know that I've ran them before. They're both challenging tracks in their own way, with Darlington having the different bank, sizes, as far as the corners being completely different. So there's no real good way to set your car up. You're either really good in 3 and 4 and really bad in 1 and 2, or you're really good in 1 and 2 and bad in 3 and 4. So it comes down to setting up the best you can and just trying to survive it, and not get your stripes. And then New Hampshire being such a flat track, that's
Yeah, it's
also
Big
going to bring its own
Martinsville.
challenges.
That is just Big Martinsville. That's what that place is.
Yeah, with the difference with that track is that you can go 3, 4, 5 wide, and it gets very scary doing that.
I mean, you could
But
do that at Martinsville, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I highly recommend not doing that. You are correct, sir. But yeah, the hard braking, dive bombing people, that's going to be a thing that you're going to see all night at New Hampshire. Um, but it's one of those things. Tighten those belts up and try to put on the best show we can, and try to finish as high as we possibly can coming in. To try to make it to Chicagoland and being one of the final four in the mix there. Don't want to jinx ourselves just yet, but man, we're trying to seal the deal on this thing, and I think putting this in a third, spot, this podium finish, I think it's definitely going to help us, especially with being a cut race. But man, well, I think the next race is cut race, right?
No, this was
Whatever it
this
is.
was the cut for the round of
Yeah,
12.
yeah.
Darlington and New Hampshire are their own round.
Okay, yeah. So see, it's one of those things. You're just going to have two good rounds out of those, and try to be better than the competition.
Well, we anxiously await. I know we're getting a break for a week here somewhere. I forget to see where the poll ended up, but we will be at Darlington next, whether it's next week or the week after. We cannot wait to see you there, and hopefully with a good run and setting yourself up to potentially be a championship 4 driver.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I can disappoint y'all again and come up here and talk to y'all, I hope
Well,
that's
it's never
okay.
a disappointment. It was just a surprise tonight.
Well, there we go. If it's a surprise to y'all, then that's even better. I mean, like I said, I love talking to you guys. Y'all do a hell of a job up here in this booth. I love going back and watching y'all's broadcast. Can't thank y'all enough for what y'all do and everything y'all put into it. Thanking everybody, all the admin from Dean to Mick, everybody, just, everybody who puts their heart and soul into this, and that's about it. You putting your heart and soul, but having fun too. Because tempers are going to fly at times, but it's just maintaining that. Try to recoup and go to the next week.
Well, I don't think you need to regroup with third place finishes, sir.
But
Hopefully not.
we'll see you next week at Darlington, dude. Any sponsors you want to plug before we let you go?
No, man, no sponsors to plug, but just again, just want to give a huge shout out to y'all, Dean, Mick, everybody, who puts, this show on and makes this happen. Of course, my teammate Dylan. And then again, like I said, can't thank all the other racers, up there running so clean, giving and taking a little bit more than we've seen tonight than in a couple of the last races. So it's always a blast. But yeah, I just want to thank all the drivers out there tonight, just putting on a great show.
All right, brother. We'll see you in South Carolina next week, pal.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Well, we got Ryan Fry up here. Ryan, what's up, dude? How'd the car feel? I know you didn't get the finish you wanted, but did you at least have fun out there?
I learned a lot tonight. Aero is a thing.
Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, but it's just like if you're not in that pack at the beginning of the race and it gets spread out, it's really hard to catch people back. I had fun. I kept the car clean for the most part. I got loose a couple times. I tapped the wall a couple times, but no real damage. Learned that the high line was my friend all night, I guess, because I was running really good up there. There was a stretch there for about, I don't know. It was the pit cycle before the caution, up until the caution. Me and Jesse Adams, I don't know if he was just riding around or what, but it was a lot of fun for me because I was able to run with him and pass cars and learned a lot tonight with this racetrack and this car. But I was fine with it. I think I finished 19th. I'm fine with that. I got the 2 laps down on pit stops that kind of hurt me, and then I thought with that caution everybody would pit, but I believe it was Nick Fuller was the one that stayed out and
Yes, he was.
kept me from getting the wave around. But all in all, it was fun. I'm learning. That's what this is all about for me. So
That is definitely something, Ryan, I saw running. Is these guys can get in and off pit roads so much than I can. So I totally feel you there.
All right, TJ,
Yeah.
final thoughts before we close it up tonight.
I mean, it was a good race. It was a long race, long green flag run. We got chaos when we needed it. I'm looking over the incident. The points are going to be real tight. Ryan with a low point incident. Way to go, pal. Is it next week at Darlington? Is it 2 weeks at Darlington?
We should have the week off for Memorial Day, if I remember correctly.
That's what we ended up. So we're going to run next week, take Memorial Day off, and be back the following week for New Hampshire?
Yes.
All right. Well, you heard it, world. We'll be here next Monday. We expect you to.
Stay tuned to All Star 15 TV.
Fry may be running a throwback paint scheme for Darlington.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Well, stay tuned to All Star 15 TV. When we get the points, we will post them right here on the channel. See you guys next week. Peace out, everybody.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.